Hello and welcome to the Space Between Ideas. I'm Blaine Gates. The age-old question is, what is the recipe of success? And I would say that the recipe of success depends on the ingredients. Today, I would like to continue the discussion that we were discussing last time. So if you go back to the last video, you are going to have access to 11 questions that will help you to understand what you should be doing in this life, or maybe help you flesh out some of your interests. And then, of course, the next question is, well, all right, so I know kind of some of the things that I want to do, and now how can I succeed at those things? Now, before I start getting really technical about the philosophies that I teach, the concepts that come from the book Create Crucial Insight, I would say in general, I have two basic endeavors. One endeavor is this channel, where I am teaching concepts from Create Crucial Insight and sharing with you the experiences and knowledge I've gained after talking to hundreds of people over thousands of hours about all different types of businesses and projects and management and things like that. The second channel that I am managing is this process that I am undergoing to force myself to learn the French language. And it seems to be improving very slowly. Now, what's the basic rule? So some people, especially successful people, they always tell you, just start. You know, the biggest problem with success is that people think too much and they overthink it. And the thing is that what you're thinking has no connection with reality. And when you start, that's when you're actually going to face reality. And that's when you have to start to change your course in order to actually succeed. And I would say that's very interesting, and it's true and also not true. For example, with this channel, I took basically 5 years of teaching people, and then I had like 5 different ways of teaching some fundamental concepts. And each time I changed to the 1.0, the 2.0, the 3.0, the 4.0, and finally the 5.0 versions, I was trying to create some way to enter this book, Create Crucial Insight. It's a very challenging book for people to read. It's not everybody that can understand how concepts all fit together within like the engineering of thought, the engineering of concepts. And some people are good at it with numbers, and some people are good at it with words. So what happened was I basically created this course because I needed to help people to have some really basic steps to help them to start to think about some general aspects of game pieces, game flow. What is this game we call business? And after teaching hundreds and hundreds of people, eventually I found a way that I thought I believed in, I wanted to share with other people. I thought it had value. And so then I recorded the online course, and it's now available on my website, spacebetweenideas.com. With the French, it's a little bit different, because with French, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to share my actual experience, real life process of learning the French language. And so after I started this YouTube channel and really started to promote the course that I teach, that I'm selling, then what I realized with the French channel was that it takes a long time to build an audience, and it takes a long time to learn how to do SEO. It takes a long time to learn how to edit videos and to improve the quality of the video. And so what I decided to do with the French was to start right away, to make the videos. And I very quickly made a book with some of our help from our friend ChatGPT and also my French tutor. And now that I've been actually trying to use that book to learn French, I found out that I needed also to develop exercises. And so on that channel, I'm sharing exercises that I'm creating in order to teach myself French. Now, what's the difference between these two different endeavors? On the one hand, here with Space Between Ideas, I had to develop the confidence and also develop the product to a point where I felt like I was confident and I felt like I was delivering something of value. And now I'm trying to build an audience around these ideas as I start to develop the second product. But as I figured out, like, oh, wow, it takes a really long time to build an audience. And so with the French channel, I decided to use a business model where I'm actually in real time building the product, changing the product, and also building an audience. And remember, those are the two fundamental things that you can do in business. One is product development and one is sales. And sales is basically growing an audience that people, and then eventually some of your audience is going to support your work. They're going to give you some of their hard-earned cash. And nowadays, the thing is that product development, it can be helpful in some cases for that process to be made public, because some people, they want to, in order to achieve buy-in, they want to see who you are. They want to understand your values. They want to see you. They want to get to know you. They want, if your product or service is going to become part of their life, they also want you. They want to see you. They want to be part of your process. All right, so those are like not really connected to the output, input, scenarios, choice that I'm always talking about. But those are, some of the simple concepts that I came to when I decided on the two endeavors that I'm really focused on: the products that I've been developing and the audience developing, audience growing that I'm engaged in. All right, so what is the recipe for success? Again, it depends on the ingredients. I would say in general, it's 3 parts planning and 1 part action. But then based on the story I just told, it sounds like actually you're saying that we should do action first and then plan, make iteration off of that. And yeah, that's true too. But I just say that it's 3 parts planning and 1 part action because of the methodology that I teach. Like the first question is, what do you want to do? So that's like first part planning is like set your aim. Then number 2 is to develop the maps. What is the terrain? What is the thing that you're trying to accomplish? And what are the forces that influence the success or failure of your endeavor? And then finally, you pick a route. How do you actually go through the map and reach the aim that you're working toward? You see, so that's 3 parts. What do you want to do? Establish an aim, understand the terrain, and then 3rd, pick a route, and then 4th, 1 part action. Start working toward that goal. Output, input, scenarios, choice. All right, so output and input, it's between what do you want to do and mapping the terrain. The question is, how do we create maps of the terrain? That's output, input. Mapping the terrain is a process of output and input. And that is going to give you a basic map of what's happening in your factory, all the things that are coming out of your people and processes, and all the things you're putting into your people and processes. Scenarios is potential routes. So what is exactly, like, there's always more than one potential route. And so what are those different routes? And finally is choice. And that's when you have to check your assumptions and make sure all of your assumptions are correct, and make sure that your aim is correct, and make sure that your map is correct, and then weigh out which of the choices is the best one. And then finally, action. That is the recipe for success. And then, of course, that's only like level 1, level 2. I mean, like plan, act, that's like level 1. 3 parts planning, 1 part acting, that's kind of like level 2. And then the output, input, scenarios, choice, that's kind of level 2, level 3. I'm talking about resolution. And then we got level 4, which even goes like more specific into the actual direct outcomes checklists, which come primarily out of the book Create Crucial Insight. And that's what I'm trying to help people to get to, is to this book. 3 parts success, no. 3 parts planning, 1 part action. Let's succeed.